A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Good evening, or should I say good morning? All righty. Welcome to Manny Behind The Mic and the VT Chronicles for tonight. So, I got two videos. One from last night while we were live. She was on live at the same time, remember? And then tonight she went live again. I think that makes 25 or 26 live programs she's done in just in March, and we're only on the 13th, 14th now. So will tonight be any different? I highly doubt it. Let me cue it up here. All right, first from last night. So there's another car video. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that down. Don't need that music.
Set a tab for our website to listen live from your desktop. Kiss FM 105.5, 106.3, all the hits.
On a side note, I think all of this backlash on Ashley Trevino might be working. She hasn't been live in days, and when she has been, it's just been for a few minutes. She hasn't battled much. She hasn't made any money the last few days. And I know that because there's a website you can actually go to that tells you how much these people make on a daily basis. And for her, there's a lot of zeros right now. So what happened to her? Who knows? But you know what? TikTok is a better place so far. I would follow all those people just to see what's going on, but I got tired of it. So I've been unfollowing a lot of them already. And my FYP or whatever you call it is so much quieter now.
This is it. You also know many of my supporters on here, right? And you know who I trust. First of all, I hope everybody's doing well, okay? And I hope hopefully you can take a ride with me. I have a little bit of a drive. All right? Thank you. Well, I'm trying to be. It's like when they tell you, thank you, Tina. She says, you look happy, meow. That's good. Well...
Something is up. She said she was going to go silent. First, I'll be gone for 3 months. And then last night, I'll be gone for 2 months. Yet here we are. Things that make you go,
It's like when they tell you to smile.
Oh, you can find it at website, as long as you know their username. So you have to go to their page and get that @ name of theirs. And you paste it there, and it tells you how much they earned, like so far for the day. And then lower on the page, it'll go day by day, all the days they've been live and how much they've earned. And that's only for like part of the earnings, like battles. And that's where I found out that this guy Pancho, I follow Pancho. I forgot his whole name. Pancho Does It Best or something like that. Anyway, that's when I looked him up. February, he made over $40,000. Jeez. I mean, there's a lot of $1,000 and $2,000 days, multiple $1,000 and $2,000 days, and some as high as $5,000 and $6,000 on a single day. So yeah, I'd be surprised if we start heading that way later in the year.
That song, smile even though your heart is breaking, smile even though you're you know that's a real scientific thing. If you smile, even when you're not happy, your body releases these chemicals that start to make you feel happy. And sometimes, a lot of times, that's what I do. That's what I do. Gracias, Javier. Gracias, mira. Hasta que vino un hombre, así, sin hacer, mugroso. Thank you. Gracias, gracias. I always
She needs to stick to English, in my opinion.
appreciate kindness, especially from white folks. Y'all already know. And especially from men. I do. That's who I've gotten the most lack of kindness from in my life. So when I feel that and I see that, and I didn't have to do something, but just exist, because it was authentic, their kindness.
Yeah, and I know you guys pay attention. I know you guys know how she is. But in that next video,
Thank you. Hi there, Vanessa.
she was somebody that we only see once in a while. She was different. She was different. But, I mean, same crap, but a little different.
You all know my friends on here, okay? Marlene, I trust. Vanessa's a new person that I trust.
Hey,
Suzanne,
Carla,
Michelle,
Chris Baker, Islinda,
Caroline,
Vicky,
right?
and everyone else. Thank you for being here.
Very few. There's not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot. And I will message them the message that I wrote regarding Ofelia Moreno, because it's time that I take my break. No, I'm not taking my break because none of my aggressors have intimidated me into taking a break. No damn way. And you know me, if I seek justice and something's afoot,
Thank you, Selena.
Reactivate.
Please give the video a like, whatever platform you're watching on.
I don't have no qualms doing that at all whatsoever.
Feel free to share.
Okay? But I really need to concentrate with now this new added thing. I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and really get the U.S. Department of Justice involved in this.
Good luck with that.
Not so much as a complaint, but just as I need your help. I need your help with this. Because even though I have confidence that the Raymondville Police Department is going to do the right thing, as a person with a documented disability and a person that's been traumatized before,
Documented disability?
by
Really?
those kind of things,
Where is this documented? That's what I want to know. Where can we see this documentation? Mama Testa, what up? Hey, Barbara. So she said this yesterday too, documented. And if you notice, ever since Cecilia announced that she was had a warrant out, she was being arrested for harassment, that's when Vanessa turned up the volume on the she has a disability bit. I call it a bit because I don't believe she has a disability. And if it's documented, where is it documented? And if it's not anywhere, why don't you show us? Where is it documented? What does it say?
I'm not going to take any chances. I'm not. So I am going to hyper focus on the things that I already was going to hyper focus on, and now I'm going to hyper focus on that as well because it's important. I don't want no bullshit. I don't want no we're going to take care of it the old-fashioned way. Although that would strengthen my real complaint to the U.S. Department of Justice if I was arrested again, right? But no. I'm gonna try to prove that I attempted to mitigate any damage on me.
Right. Can you imagine that phone call to the Department of Justice? Yes, ma'am. Can we help you? How can we help you? I mean, where would she begin? Where is she going to begin? And I'll bet you after even 30 minutes, she still wouldn't get to the point, and they're going to be like, okay, what? And they're going to say, well, this is a civil matter, and you should take this up with your local police department. That's exactly what they're going to say. And she's going to call it a hate crime. And then they're going to say, how so? Well, because I have a disability. They're going to say, what disability? What is it you have? What is it? What? I don't know. I think they're going to ask. But I think she is counting on nobody's going to ask. That's the problem. That is the problem with all of this. The ADA puts out this large umbrella of protection. And like I said before, everyone's afraid to question the ADA or someone with a disability because you get frowned upon if you ask somebody, what's your disability or what's wrong or what is the problem? And she knows that. That's why she's going crazy with that.
Literally, when this gets to the highest authority possible, I want them to be able to look at this and be like, she did every freaking thing that she could. She did everything right. She did it all. As an American with a documented disability, she did it all. I want to clarify some things because it matters.
There you go, repeating documented disability. So far it's twice, right? I see how many times she says it.
Matters. When I went to the first Women's March on Washington, right? Back in 2017, right? January. That was also the biggest event, I think, in all of history, in all of human history, of the largest population gathering of people with disabilities, both physical and non-physical. I was really proud to be there because of that as well.
What episode?
Now, the reason that I'm going to give my list that I put in every caption of every video where I'm surviving her to my friends is you can reach out to them in case we're not Facebook friends, because my messenger is still going to be open. And well, I need that information because I need to make 2 binders, okay? One for the Criminal Justice Division of the U.S. Department of Justice for disability rights, and one for the Civil Division of the U.S. Department of Justice of disability rights. So I need to send the same binder to both. All right, and that's a lot of that information that's pertinent to me getting justice in the same way that my aggressor's son is getting justice. I also need it for that. Okay. And I want to apologize. And over the years, I've apologized to you all because many times when they come after me, they wind up insulting many of you. That's why I don't think not one of my haters. They may have a TikTok account, but they don't do the shit they do on YouTube or Facebook here. They do not. On TikTok, they do not. Right? There's a reason that I'm saying that. No one, if they were to do that on TikTok, they wouldn't last more than a day. They'd get canceled. All the shit that they say, all the shit that they do. TikTok is not going to allow you to stream me, write bullshit like that, none of that, right?
Well, apparently you haven't heard about Ashley Trevino. Everybody streams her. And everybody clips her. Everywhere. And they're trying to cancel all these pages. Vanessa calls them hate pages. And on TikTok, they're called tea pages. Because they're always spilling the tea and looking for the truth, the real tea. So This one does not know much about TikTok.
They have really strict guidelines like that. And if they went on there, they'd have all of Disability America after them. Like, seriously, even the one with the son with a disability, I'm being serious. They'd be like, probably her of all people the most, right? So, over the years, I've had to apologize to all of the chubby ladies. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if you are my size or bigger and, you know, you feel insulted because they insult my cellulite, etc., my fat arms, whatever, right? I've apologized for, I'm sorry to all of the LVNs out there in every single fucking state of the United States. Every state of the United States. Every state. Every state, right? Because they have tried to put me down with that as well. No, I'm not even kidding. It's the truth, right? And this time I'm apologizing for anybody with a non-physical disability. Please do not listen to my hater, Ophelia Moreno. Don't. Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act, when you enact that, when you utilize that to request accommodation for yourself or for a loved one, right? There's a reason why it is against the federal law in that statute. You don't ask for proof. You don't ask for proof. Who the fuck are you? You don't ask for proof. You just do not. You can't. You cannot. So who the fuck is Ophelia fucking Moreno? She's certainly not the U.S. Department of Justice. Certainly not.
Oh, so that means that you will provide proof to the U.S. Department of Justice, should they ask you. Is that right? That's what it sounds like to me.
I know that when it comes down to going to court, I know that the chief of police, he knows for certain. He knows for certain. Because the FBI went in there and asked him 10 years ago. Right? I don't need that. Do not believe when she tells you, if you don't get a disability check, you're not disabled. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You have a disability. You do not have to get a disability check to have a disability. Once
Emily
more,
Garcia, you live in
our Governor Abbott in Texas, where it's probably not really easy to be a governor as compared to other states.
How big of a town is Enos? Because I'm wondering, everybody knows, not that she hides it, but everybody knows where Ashley lives. Everybody knows. And I've seen the videos and pictures of vandalism and stuff, and just people bother her. She's quite the pain in the ass. And she wonders why. And yeah, that's for another show.
The use of his legs. That man does not get disability check. Yet he is what? He has a disability. Yet he is protected under the guidelines of Title II of the ADA. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Whenever you work in a place, that means you work. That means you have chosen not to get a disability check. What does your job have to do if it has more than 50 employees or if it is a government entity? They must give you accommodations when you work. And you're there working, right? Which means what?
So what's her accommodation? Well, you have to let me sit in my car for hours at a time so I can do my live shows. I will practically live out of my car. You have to allow me that.
Which means you're not on disability. You're not on disability. Especially if you're working full time. Because you can work some hours if you're on disability. But if you're working full time, you're not on disability. You are still an American with a disability. Regardless of what anybody says against me, do not believe that. Okay? Always remember that the people that attack me are those kind of folks. No, literally, that. I'm serious. Don't believe the riffraff. Okay? So my apologies to every single human that has seen that mess and has a child with a non-physical disability that has, you know, and they themselves have one, they have a sister, a loved one, or a parent even, right? And they have lived through that bullshit of dumbass people that don't know a fucking thing about a fucking thing that matters, saying, well, I don't need proof. If the U.S. Department of Justice doesn't need proof, who the fuck are you? That's right, get to step in. Yes. Yes. All that matters is that when I make my report, the police are the only ones that need to know. That's it. They need to know that. They need to know that you knew that. They need to know that the community knew that. They need to know that for 11 years, I've been stating exactly that, and I've been fucking proud of it too. Yeah, I'm a little reactive. I know. And yeah, I have special interest. Yeah. And one of them, I'm fascinated by hate and bullies. And...
yeah, right.
justice. I fucking love justice. So when my hater this morning was saying, she's obsessed with me. No, obsessed with me is making video after video. Putting a red dress on after I put a red dress on. Putting red lipstick on. Sticking out the ass you don't have. Stuffing your stomach with a pillow. And making your lips into a beak because you have no lips. All in an effort to look like Vanessa Tijerina. That's obsession. That's obsession. That's obsession. Obsession.
And I would say going live 26 times in 13 days about the same thing. Mentioning Ophelia. It's got to be hundreds of times every time. I would say that's obsessive too. I'm just here to document everything and showcase everything.
Is the videos on my page that have her in a hate chat stating, hey, I need that. Somebody's asking for the ass picture. During the same time that they posted me in a jacuzzi with somebody. Yeah, that wasn't me. Yeah, totally different tattoo for me too. But yeah, that wasn't me. Around that same time. That's obsession. Obsession is when you say, yeah, so-and-so's asking for the ass pic. I don't care. I don't care if she knows that it's me. I don't care. That's obsession. Obsession is making a video and getting mad and wanting me to know that Mexican men don't like this body. They don't like this face. They don't like these. They don't like my ass. They don't like my legs. They don't like my fat arms. They don't like my stomach. Scars or not. And that only black men like that shit, like this shit. And that's it. That's obsession. That's obsession. That's obsession. Obsession is seeing me wearing a dress with a jean jacket and you getting a dress with a jean jacket and then you wanting everybody to know that my hair's not really straight and every time you pretend to be me and you mock me, you wear a curly wig. That's fucking obsession. That's obsession. That's obsession. That's obsession.
That's not obsession. That's not obsession. That's not obsession. That's just mockery. Mockery and parody. That's what that is. Because she knows it does this to you. And never fails. That's why it's entertaining.
That's obsession. All right. That's obsession. So, I'm sorry to everybody. To all you little girls, unfortunately, mamas,
Little girl.
sometimes you're going to have to deal with witchy energy like that. devil energy like that.
Witchy?
You will. And what you have to do is you have to remember that you shine brighter than they could ever dream of shining, with their dark souls and their dark energies.
Did you hear that buzz? You know that buzz when you're going to veer off the road to the right? The road's got those grooves, kind of to wake you up.
You will. And what you have to do is you have to remember that you shine brighter than they could ever dream of shining, with their dark souls and their dark energies. That's all you have to remember. You have to remember that is the very reason that they are trying to make your life miserable. That's all you have to do. And don't mask yourself from the world. The minute that you start being your genuine, authentic self, it highlights all of their weaknesses, their deficiencies, their envy, their jealousy, and every reason that they speak against you, and every reason that they want the world to see you in the most negative light. Yeah. Your authentic self will always be stronger than any human on the planet in your lifetime that could ever do or say anything negative against you. That's why they don't like you. Your potential to maximize your human potential is farther than theirs could ever even dream of being, even if they were their most highest human self. They could not even come close to your highest human self. And they never want to see you maximize your potential, which is why they will dedicate their lives to making sure you never reach your potential. Okay? Just remember that. Just remember that. And love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself more than anybody in the world has ever loved you.
Deep thoughts from Vanessa Tejerina.
And now that I say that, there's going to be a big chance, and it's okay. If you find yourself that through all your years, when you were a little kid and when you were in your teenage years and when you were in your 20s and 30s, and as you grow, you start to see something, and you start to see that you've never met anybody that loves humans the way that you can love a human. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. One day, at least you'll get close enough that somebody will love you enough to not ever want to hurt you. And that's the best that people can do when they're like that. But you know what's even better? Is that because hardly anybody can love another human the way that you can, you will probably have hugged more hearts in your lifetime than the majority of hearts that most humans ever hug. And always remember this. People don't care about the words that you say. They really don't. Because sometimes you're going to meet people and you're going to be having a regular conversation with them. And in the middle, you're going to realize they seem happy, but they're not listening to me. No. It's because of how your energy is making them feel. And with that, I want you to remember that no matter what you say, what matters the most is how you have made a human feel after that human experience. And the only time that you should not care about how you make a human feel is when you have to defend the fuck out of yourself. You have no mercy. You have grace, but you have no mercy. But you have grace, but you have no fucking mercy ever. Because you are number one, and that's it. If no one's gonna love you the way that you love you, no one's gonna fight for your self-preservation the way that you can. That's what I have to tell every little girl and every little boy. Young girl, young boy, young lady, young man that is anything like me. Right? Don't let them fool you. It's not the majority of the population that will change the world. It's the rest. It's always been the rest. Always. Always. Alright? Now, yeah. If you hear anybody talking shit, well, it's that. It's that. Right? You know, please pray for me. Please send me some positive energy. That the Raymondville Police Department does the right thing. You all know that a rally call will be sent so fucking loud the day that I ever need it. That's why I hardly ever ask for anything. You hardly ever see me. I don't think you've ever seen me humble, what's it called? Dry begging? In 11 years on social media, you have hardly ever seen me ask for a damn thing. Because I know that one day I'm really gonna need everybody to rally. And I will always repay that for the rest of my life into this world. Always. I would have done it anyway. I will do it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway. Alright? So reach out to one of these ladies that's always speaking to me. I will send them the list.
You know how humbling it's going to be when that day happens and no one is there. There might be a couple of people from the area, but there ain't nobody gonna. All these people, they don't care. They watch for entertainment. That's the reality.
You know, if she's mentioned anything about me and drugs, if she's mentioned anything about my children, if she's made any kind of statements at all, anything that is not for the public good that the public must know about, the public has no business knowing about any of my personal nothing. That's the line of one of the lines of protected speech and hate speech. That's the difference. When you say something with merely the intent to harass, torment, embarrass, or humiliate, you have already verged into the violation of free speech. That speech is not protected. That is hate speech. Okay? When you do it with somebody with a disability, whether you want to fucking believe they have one or not, that's too fucking bad. If you moved into town 6 years ago and the person you're victimizing has been telling all her community for 5 years prior to that what you were unaware of, that's your fucking fault. That's nobody else's fucking fault. You never quit your shit. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. All right. Thank y'all so much. Yes, exactly. Anything regarding a voodoo doll, statements like she's made today, where she said, my sister saw her at the Dollar General. I don't know if I'm gonna see her if I could ignore her. Oh really? That was a beautiful, nice nugget of information. Yeah. The police should see that. The police should see that. Because there's no fucking way that I'm gonna be in a store and that fucking aggressor's gonna be there and not ignore my presence and act like if I'm air, make me feel threatened, and that I'm the one that's prosecuted when I do not stop until I see red and blue lights. No, ma'ams. No. Because I had to defend myself. Because someone already made these other statements that made me fear for my life.
Right.
Anyway. Thank you.
Anytime she says anyway equals, yeah, I'm just full of shit right there. But I'm glad you believe me.
Thank you. Yeah, she moved out of town and then she barely came back not that long ago. That's why at the same time that she moved back is the same time she saw me, and it's like, bitch, please. I don't know who the fuck you are, do you? I am busy surviving injustices and abuses of people in power. I do not have time for no riffraff. I didn't, which is why, first of all, even if I did have time, I wouldn't care about the ramblings of a riffraff, right? But whenever you start verging into the with intent and meeting every single element of harassment laws, every single element of stalking laws, everything sexual, all that, everything, we have a problem. I'm gonna love myself by making sure that I have protected myself in every way. Yeah? Yeah. All right. Exactly, Dakota. What would she have done? What would she have done? What would she have done? She made a video 2 days ago actually stating what she would have done. Thank you for the evidence. Thank you for the evidence. Okay? And I don't care how long ago a video is. It doesn't matter if you did the video 6 years ago. It doesn't. Did you know that when you get a protective order in Texas, they allow you to write the dates in which you have felt threatened by another individual? You did not have to make a police report. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. There's a reason. If you don't understand it and you don't get it, that's not my fucking fault. If Riff Raff does not understand anything, it's not my fucking fault. As long as the police understand it, that's all I care. That's all I care. That's all I care about. That's it. That's it.
I've got.
Thank you, Shelly. She says, I've been following your story, and I'm very proud that you are a strong woman and are not backing down. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They'll probably harass y'all. I'm not gonna lie. They'll probably harass you. And if you do get harassed,
you know, she's so full of shit. Excuse my language. She's so full of shit. You know what? Maybe there was a time when that would happen. There was a time when people would go over there and just ridicule those on her page. They would go to her page and ridicule. And now it happens, but a lot of times they're really just asking her honest questions that she doesn't like. Oh, honest question. That means you're a hater. But she wants everyone to believe that she's so hated. Oh, if you say, hi, Vanessa, you look nice. Oh, they're going to come and attack you. See, she's like fucking Jim Jones. You know who Jim Jones is? Or what's the other guy? David Koresh. Or Applewhite. Her audience, those hardcore ones, have had the Kool-Aid. They didn't just take a sip; they drank a whole freaking gallon each. And that's the scary part, because they're willing to do things for her. I mean, even to the extreme. That's the scary part.
If you can just send me a screenshot of who the profile is and what they wrote to you, and if it's across state lines and shit like that, I mean, if this turns into a whole ass organized campaign of hate, a hate crime, and it crosses state lines and all that shit, that's not my fucking fault.
A hate crime.
Ain't nobody fucking told haters to go kumbaya across state lines.
You're a damn predator. All right, just get the hell out of here. I got a goddamn
And the one thing you do care about. Okay, then I quit as your son.
I'm going to. I have to. All right. For real, Michelle. For real. RICO. Exactly. And people think that you cannot apply the RICO laws to things like that. There was a state here recently where they were able to get a group of people that are not a street gang, and they were able to get them under RICO violations.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
RICO charges.
Bullshit.
Exactly. Thank you. I love you, Michelle Reader Robinson says, let them harass me. And they will try, ladies. They will try.
Oh, they will.
You know what? And I'm so glad that y'all came over here like this because, and I'm doing this live because I love y'all and I think everybody's equal. Everybody's equal. But my hater somehow seems to think, and you can tell because, well, she's been named the racist of the day by other people on TikTok towards black people. Right? And remember, the list that I give you is not just about things that she has said, it's things that her sister has said also. All right? Because I want justice against both of the things that they've done to me, to torment me, to harass me, to humiliate me, and to embarrass me. You're not going to call me a pedophile and try to say that it's not one of those things, if not all of them. You're not going to speak about my labia if it's not one of those things, if not all of them. You're not going to speak about my nipples if it's not one of those things, if not all of them. You're not going to talk about my sobriety if it's not one of those things, if not all of them.
Lately, she herself has been talking about her nipples and all this stuff, her labia. You're the one bringing it up.
Sandra Diggins says, I've been following you only 2 weeks and the power woman in you inspires me. Love listening to your story, Vanessa. Thank you, Sandra.
That's nauseating, it really is.
Thank you. So my hater, and it makes sense, she looks down upon black folks. And I'm not the only one. I've seen it. You're not going to be getting mad at Black History Month. And then her sister's saying, they already have a whole week in June. And then making fun of Rosa Parks. I mean, right? But somehow she elevates white folks. I'm not even kidding. She does. To such a degree that she would think that she could not believe that I had any white supporters. I'm not kidding. There's video after video after video of her saying that I love to make profiles of Anglo names and that's me. I'm not kidding. That's why I'm glad y'all are here right now while I'm live. So that she can see, white people also support me too, okay? I know that you like to funnel people to the sister cousin page, right? And yes, you are. Just because you're not saying, hey, go over there. You saying, so-and-so hate page is streaming her, and so-and-so hate page is streaming her. You're still doing it without doing it, but you're still doing it indeed. But no, that's neither here nor there. The police can figure that out. One more thing. People with disabilities, do not ever let her scare you, especially with the government, with your local government, especially. That's when the majority of your rights get violated. When she stated, I don't know, but I think it's a threat. She's threatening the chief of police. Government officials are 100%. All right, 100%. First of all, can be criticized. Second of all, nobody in fucking any kind of power ever ever can claim that threatening a citizen or a government official with democracy is against the fucking law. Read the damn Constitution.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Dad, are you gonna let me run your mouth?
Remember, I know what you did. You're a damn predator. All right, just get the hell out of here. Huh? I got a goddamn campaign.
Okay, the one thing you do care about. Okay, then I quit as your son.
My goodness. Do you know how many government officials I've threatened with democracy? And yeah, some of them have abused their powers against me when I've done it. I don't care.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Don't care. And they've gotten theirs back. Yeah. Get off her damn cases. Don't run for judge anymore. Yeah. So don't let, no. You have a right to state. You have a right. That's why there's a law that states that no entity can discriminate against people with disabilities if they make any mention of the possibility that they may or they have submitted a complaint with the ADA, with the mandating agency that governs the ADA compliance. Absolutely. And I have consistently stated for 10 years that anybody that is in a governmental position, especially an elected or an appointed one, you have no business in that seat if you are threatened by democracy. Because if you are threatened by democracy, you are corrupt. You are corrupt. Because nobody that is not corrupt in a governmental position would ever fear democracy. And additional to that, nobody that is not offending the public or giving the public reason to believe that they are corrupt would even have the public thinking we should wield democracy.
She's such an expert on the Constitution and democracy. Yet over 4 years later, where has that gotten you? Where has that gotten her?
That's what I have to say. So, thank you. Sheila says, I also love how smart you are. Not just saying that, but super intelligent. Thank you. Shut the fuck up. My blinker's on, and this is a median. My goodness. These people. I don't know what people think whenever they honk at people, but I've had to get used to it, right? But it's like, you know, you're taking the chances. You're taking chances for real. Sometimes it's like, man, I'm glad I'm a person that, you know, doesn't get too spooked like that. But there's some people gonna be like, what the fuck's going on? And you're just making things worse whenever you do that. I mean, you know? I don't see how that's helpful. Right? Thank you. My sign, yeah, Donna, you know what my sign is. Everybody should know what my sign is. Everybody, it's so obvious what my sign is. I am like,
What's her sign? 666?
exactly what my sign is. I'm a Pisces. I'm a Pisces and an empath. And that's why I probably care so much about every fucking thing that matters.
What does she care about? What does she care about? Obviously, kind of about herself in a weird way, and that's okay. What else does she care about? What does she care about? Does she really care about Uvalde? She never talks about the kids. She never talks about those that died, those that survived. She only talks about those police officers. What else does she care about? Grilled cheese sandwiches. Yeah, I'll give you that.
But I'm glad I'm autistic, because when you're autistic, you do not care about the shit that doesn't matter. It's like, that shit doesn't matter.
The shit that doesn't matter. Okay.
That shit doesn't matter. That's not shit that matters. You know what I mean? You're not a human that matters in my life. That's not going to insult me. You know what I mean? I love you, Serenity. Serenity, she says, thank you, Donna. She says, oh my God, when I seen the video when they hurt you, and it really touched my soul. You are a warrior and continue to be yourself and keep your head up and strengthen your... Thank you. That was the video that she was playing last night when she had a crown on her head. I'm not even kidding. She did. Anyway, and she was, she wouldn't show my face, but she was trying to tell y'all what I looked like in the video. Sure. That's the video where she was like, she's obsessed with me. I don't know why she hates me. Maybe it's because of the fucking campaign of hate. Whether you want to call it hate or not, the public sees it as hate. Maybe it is because of you laughing at my tragedies. Maybe it's because of you rejoicing in my tragedies. Maybe it's because they see that other people who hated me have gone away from you.
But so what? Laughing at somebody's tragedy, albeit might be in bad taste, but that's not illegal. It's not. I mean, do you remember, I don't know, some of you remember this, when Howard Stern, this was Selena, when Selena was killed. And the next day or a couple days afterwards, Howard Stern was reporting on the story. And in Howard Stern fashion, him and Fred played gunshot noises in the back while he was telling, reading the story, the news story. And they got blasted because that was in poor taste. But you know what? But it was not illegal. That's the ability to have free thought, not just free speech, free thought.
And they understand that your brand of hate is quite vicious.
See, the problem is she uses the word hate so much because that's what she wants everyone. That's what one thing she's trying to convince everyone, that a page like mine is hate, a page like Ophelia's or whoever's else is hate. Hate. And it's a term thrown around so much that it's really lost its value. Same thing with friends. Since Facebook, everybody's a friend. But you know what? The people are not your friends. You got to remember to say Facebook friend. Facebook friend. Because when I hear friend, I hear my friend, my best friend, or my friend that I actually know in person.
It is something that's likely rises to the level of criminal.
No, it's not. She's just making shit up and just to her audience is going, yep, that's right, that's right, that's right. And look at her, she's so convinced. She is convincing her audience, they're hypnotizing them. And the sad part is they believe it.
I hate no one. I hate no one. I hate no one.
Wait, hold on, sorry.
Dad, are you gonna let me run your mouth?
Remember, I know what you did. You're a damn credit risk. All right, just get the hell out of here. Huh? I got a goddamn campaign.
Okay, the one thing you do care about. Okay, then I quit as your son.
That was needed right there, man. She hates no one. Oh.
And I don't demonstrate hate. However, you do every single day of your life. Every day of your life. Every day.
You've done it for like 25 straight videos.
So, no, I am not obsessed. This is a survival page. I'm obsessed with fucking surviving. I'm obsessed with surviving. I'm obsessed with survival. I'm obsessed with self-preservation. I'm obsessed with getting justice in every way possible, criminal and civil. So, thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So this is it for a while, y'all. I'm being serious. I love you. You might see me one day. Maybe in May. Maybe. Y'all can wait 2 months. Maybe in May. Maybe. And y'all know why. Y'all know why. And that's it. Alright, I love y'all. Okay? Be well and safe. And I love y'all. Bye.
Bye. See you in May. See you in May. What a tearful goodbye. Oh, wait. Oh. Wow. Is it May already? Really? Telling you. Daylight savings time, May already. I don't know where the time went. This was tonight.
Hi, Linda. How are you? Hi, Anna. Hi, Melanie. Hello, everybody. Hi, Belinda. How are y'all doing? You know, I made my last live video last night, right? Hello. This is Vanessa Tejerina coming at you live here in the Rio Grande Valley, South Texas. I made my last video last night, right? And I hope all of you doing well. I made my last video last night because I said I was going to deactivate. But I left it activated without the intentions of going live so that people could still see some of the information that I need out there. I'm not cooking anything. I'm actually making my...
If you want to watch the one that I just played, once I go off live, it'll be posted. You can just do like a replay. It'll be there. And is your Facebook and YouTube, where are you at? you're on Facebook. It'll be there. It'll be posted.
What I use to like clean stuff, like deep clean, like I'll use this, right? And so I started getting a lot of messages right now, right? I started getting a whole lot of messages right now. This stuff is so good. And I guess I'll address a couple of things. First of all, thank you all so much for everybody that is sending me in, things, the stuff regarding Ofelia Moreno, right? And what she's done to me over the years.
It all started.
So, just so you know, like somebody asked me the other day, I have that recording of when she threatened like 4 different people with the cartel, right? That's not what I need. I need something that is directly to me. Anything with an individual in Raymondville, the Raymondvillian, her straight out saying my name, anything in reference to, anything like that. Basically, I'm not that I have to, but if I'm going to put any effort into this, I'm going to do the best effort that I can. And so I have to prove that she's always been the aggressor. She's always come to me. Always. Didn't know who she was. Didn't know she existed. She called me out on a live video. I didn't know for days. I didn't even know anything.
Who's been the aggressor the last 25 videos? I mean, I'm just asking. And unless I'm really messed up somewhere, yeah, I'll say there was some back and forth. Yes, there was. You can deny it all you want. Yes, there was. But at some point, it turned into her just responding to you because of everything that you're saying.
I know. Right?
The audio is very low.
Always coming towards me. Always coming towards me. Right? Okay? And the story of I've only ever defended myself, that's my story. And it's my story with everybody that I have survived. With everyone. Thank you, Melanie. I did that myself. I did that myself in 2009. I did. I'm looking around because there was so many like pieces that I had to cut and everything. I did it all my absolute self. The person I was with at the time, he had gone to go take a nap. And when he came back, he was like, "You did it all?" And I was like, "Yeah, it was so easy. It really was. It was so easy." Thank you. And so that's basically what my task is. Okay? So I'm getting some people that were messaging me right now about stuff that she's saying. And yeah, right. I've gotten clips because I haven't gone. Yes, I watch every single thing. When I get a chance, I watch everything. I have to.
Nobody sent her nothing. You know, she watches Ophelia every time.
Watch everything that she says. Everything that she says. Because you're not going to put misinformation out there about me and me not clarify that. You're not going to funnel, even though you have only in the last 2 weeks stopped saying, you all need to go to this hate page and you all need to go to this hate page. And there's the truth. That's the truth. You need to know the truth about her. Nobody needs to know the truth about me.
What's wrong with that?
These people don't care about my past. They care about any injustice that I'm trying to survive. They're not here judging me. The people that actually want to help me, they're not doing that. They don't care about opinions about me.
Bullshit.
From hateful people, that have created whole platforms based on hating on Vanessa Tijerina. No. No. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
What does she say thank you so much for? I mean, I've been on there. Do they really tell her things that she's got to say thank you for?
I couldn't choose if I wanted black cabinets back then or white ones. And so I was like, I'm going to do a mix. So all my bottom ones are white and all my top ones are black. So, let me see. Things that she said today. All right. Whenever she, I guess, I don't know, she didn't like whenever I said, there's nothing that you can do about it. When I was telling y'all to go over to her page, do me a favor. If I cannot stop this hate altogether, right, then I can at least, try to control the hemorrhaging, right? And one way to control the hemorrhaging is to make that information be less visible in any legal, lawful, constitutionally protected ways necessary, right? And one of those is going over there and putting a thumbs down. Well, she didn't like that because when I was explaining that to y'all, she said, and I told y'all, she's just mad because she can't do anything about it. And she said, well, the Raymondville PD can. No. 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 I should have clarified myself when I first stated that. The police cannot stop what it is I'm doing in this video, in that video. They can't. If they do that, they're going to run the risk of outing themselves as violating my constitutionally protected rights. But at this point, exposing themselves for having done so to me for the last 11 years. A repeated pattern and practice. My first arrest was never arraigned. I was let go. The woman that I had that made those false allegations against me, and the district court judge was like, what, these officers just did whatever this lady wanted to do to, right?
See, I remember when she would say she got her first arrest because the police found out she was going to law school or she was about to go to law school. So they gave her her first arrest so that she wouldn't go to law school anymore. Whatever logic that is. You guys don't remember her saying it? Yeah. They found out I was going to law school, so they gave me my first arrest. That doesn't sound like your first arrest right now.
I was always the victim. They were always the aggressors. Always. It's happening again with Ofelia Moreno. It's happening again. It's happening again.
Here, I got to throw in one of these for right now.
Thank you, 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 thank you.
You're welcome.
It's happening again. And I think what she thinks is she thinks that as if she goes every day and she in Spanish we say chingar, chingar, chingar. Basically annoy. She wants to be the only one annoying the police to such a degree that she has told other people, don't be calling them. Don't be calling them. I'm sorry.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Who do you think is the one actually annoying the police right now? Seriously. If you think it's anybody else but you, then you're sorely mistaken. I should have put the Robert De Niro laugh track right now on that one.
The Raymondville Police Department does not belong to Ofelia Moreno. The Raymondville Police Department belongs to the public, period. Anybody who has anything to do with what is going on has the right to call the Raymondville Police Department. And I really don't feel comfortable about that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Especially because I don't think the necessary level of investigation was done, not just to rule her out of the hate crime against me, but whenever she was at my window and I did call the police did come.
This was live from a couple hours ago.
Because she was there with Lupe Olivares. This is my freedom of speech. I don't care who has an issue with my freedom of speech. I've had a JP try to silence me. He learned, he was reprimanded by the Judicial Commission. No, it's not going to happen. So, no, I repeat what I said. There's nothing that Ofelia Moreno can do about it even via the Raymondville Police Department. Nothing's going to silence my free speech. This is my free speech. No, it's not gonna happen. Right? A lot of y'all were sending me clips of where she's saying that basically if I don't get my way, then I'll take my son in, which is perfect for Cecilia's case. There you go. There's your case, Cecilia. There you go. There you go. There you go, right? Cecilia is my friend and her husband who were charged with harassment based on the allegations of Ofelia Moreno's son. And a week later, you have Ofelia Moreno stating, well, if I can't get you and you and you and you and you arrested, I'll have my son go in there. I mean, how much more red-handed, what's going on here, right? Also, I don't know. I think it's just really strange why is the judge, I don't like that. Why is the judge speaking? Because today she mentioned, today I was in there speaking to the judge. The judge that signed the warrant on Cecilia.
Wait, what?
I don't like that. Why is the judge speaking? Because today she mentioned, today I was in there speaking to the judge. The judge that signed the warrant on Cecilia. And your son made allegations against them. That to me sounds like, why are you meeting with the judge? That's weird. That's weird. That's weird. That's weird to have a meeting like that without the prosecution present and without the defendant's lawyer present. Even if, in the eyes of the public, that shit matters. It matters greatly.
Nah.
It matters very, very much.
This is not any kind of high profile case or anything like that.
If what happened to me back in 2014 is going to happen again, no. Raymondville PD, no. No, I'm sorry, no. It is very clear who has been harassing who. It's very clear. It's very clear. It's very clear who's been denying my protected status. Of course she doesn't want me to be a protected status. That's going to make every move she made against me look even worse. And it's already magnified negatively. It's going to be even worse. No. And I'm making this video because I want y'all to know what I said earlier, but I know that the Raymondville PD is watching this. I'm not going to I cannot let y'all do this to me again. You see, this time it's different. This time I'm not just surviving and the town people are watching me. This time it's very different. Very different. This time I had to get a district court judge. Judge Cordova could never see any of my cases or decide on any of my cases. That's not easy to do unless you have a reasonable argument to get him off your cases. When I grieved against the justice of the peace, there's a reason why he was reprimanded and why nothing was done with that arrest. There's a reason why every single time I grieve and make a grievance against a governmental entity, there's a reason that they see it my way. I'm not going to be intimidated. I'm not. It's not going to happen. Now, regarding the video that I posted, that she says, well, that dummy hasn't taken it down. No, she's not going to take it down. I'm not going to take it down. I'm not going to take it down. I'm not going to take it down. I do not make any money off of my Facebook. This is merely for survival. That's what this is. This is for survival. I don't monotonize on this at all. I've never wanted to, because I didn't want anybody talking shit and ever saying that she was paid for her opinion on something, or that what was said. They're taking pieces of my video and they're using it for their own benefit only of survival. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. I don't know who's laughing, because I don't know. I can't see any of the reactions. And I really don't care, because, I mean, what kind of human is... they're not saying anything. You know? Look at all the things that I mentioned that I survived. Some random hater that won't even show themselves here. I mean, come on. You know? So, that's not going to happen. I'm not taking that video down. That video was put up. It's not my fault that you decided to make a public video regarding me. And I was absolutely already traumatized by the fact that the police and law enforcement never ruled Ofelia Moreno out. And then I see her there laughing with Dario from the barrio. And what is most important there is not the fact that she decided to go live with her son right next to her, and both of them are laughing at the violence against me. No joke.
Oh, is that what they're laughing about?
What's important there, because that's what she's saying, and take that video down. And I'm not going to do anything. Just like you drove across town trying to yell at me and telling me to turn off my phone. It's against the law to record. I'm never going to fucking listen to you, lady. I'm never going to listen to you, lady. Ever. Ever. Never. Never going to happen. What's most important in that video, and the reason that I posted it, is because one thing that's a classic example of protected speech is anything that is important to the public. I survived a hate crime in which the one human on the planet that had the most motive out of 7 to 8 billion people on the planet. A hate
crime, okay.
To be involved in the organization of that hate crime that I survived was never ruled out.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
That's where it's getting harder to listen to her continue with these freaking lies. It was not a hate crime. It was a beat down because you tried to pull something. That's what it was. It was not a hate crime. I'm sure those people knew nothing about your alleged autism or spectrum or whatever the fuck. I'm sure they had no idea. I'm sure they didn't even care. Because you're not that. See, and that's what she's doing. Repeating it over and over. It was a hate crime. It was a hate crime. It was a hate crime.
So then I see her. I don't care that her son was in the video with her. That's her bad. That's her bad. It's a public video. What matters is, how did you know to put your hands like this and go like this when no one in the public, but for the people involved in the hate crime and the victim, nobody in the public could have known my position in the beginning of my torture unless they were on the live stream. And if anyone was on the live stream, they 100% were part of that organized crime. There's not a human on the planet that's going to be convinced that if you were on that live video, you were not part of it. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. So I posted that video, and it says there, how does she know what I looked like when I was sitting in a chair with my arms tied to the chair, by the way? You know, just done to humiliate me. Why didn't she hit back? Why did she just let Amanda do that to her? First of all, I was told that I was going to be
Those are valid questions, by the way.
unalived. Second of all, my hands were tied down. When they got me on the floor, they tied.
And if somebody says they're going to unalive me, like I said yesterday, if I'm going out swinging, and I'll take anybody I can with me. I'm not just going to go, okay, beat me up. Get the fuck out of here.
My feet.
That's not a strong woman. I'll tell you that much.
And my hands, my arms were literally under Ariel's legs. But she made that video for the purposes of tormenting me, harassing me, humiliating me, embarrassing me. Yeah. So,
in response to your accusations, probably. That's what I gather from it.
Honestly, I really don't think that she wants it to come down. It's not going to come down. But honestly, I don't think she wants it to come down because of anything else that she's claiming other than, oh shit, people really are going to wonder, how did I know? How did I know to position my hands like this? How did I know to do this? The pose in the chair. No one has any pictures or video of when I was brutalized in the chair in the beginning. But anybody that was involved in the crime and was in the live video. No. No. And what else I find interesting, because all of a sudden, you know, I find it really harassing. And Rainbow PD, you're watching this. I am a person with a documented disability. It doesn't matter that I do not get a disability check. One more time. An FBI agent is not going to go into your department like they did 10 years ago on an ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act complaint, if I was not of a protected status. Everything she's doing, she's been doing to somebody who has been open about her protected status. And obviously she can't deny it because 2 weeks before she got that couple arrested, she was stating, let's go through these signs and symptoms. She was even trying to say that I wasn't, because she went to medical school, I guess, and was able to rule something like that out. No. Now, how do you think it makes me feel that to this day, Raymondville PD, you all saw the video? Why does she keep telling people that my torture started in the middle of the night or at dawn? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It started between 10 and 10:30, and it ended at 1:30 in the afternoon. Why does she do that? Is it to try to prove, oh,
1:30. Wasn't it like 11 o'clock or something like that? Originally, I thought it was early in the morning. All these, this could be answered relatively easily at the Raymondville PD.
it was in the middle of the night, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 in the morning? No. To substantiate her lie that I owed Amanda money? And so I was beaten because I owed her money. To this day, she said it. She's trying to convince the public of that. That's torture to me. That's tormenting to me. Especially with a person on the spectrum. A child who's on the spectrum knows when something's unfair to them. A child on the spectrum knows things should be this way, and when they're not this way, and I know they're supposed to be this way, and you don't play by the rules, I don't like it when you don't play by the rules, because these are the rules. How do you think
Sorry,
an
guys.
adult's
This
going to
is
feel
really boring.
when it's these legalities involved, when it's my life, when it's minds, human minds that she's trying to manipulate?
Well, look at her oily.
And
She's
how come
wet.
a light bulb is not clicking off in y'all's head as to maybe we should revisit Vanessa's beating? Maybe we should revisit it, seeing as how this is very suspicious. Her behavior is really suspicious. Why would you lie and continue to state that it happened? You all saw the video. You all...
Vanessa, why don't you, if you don't believe in the Raymondville police or detectives, which you obviously don't, why don't you hire a private detective and have them look into it and see if they can rule her in like you want? Do that. Yeah, and she or he will work for you. Try that.
prosecuted the crime. You all know. You all...
Because if detectives, and they're not going to do it, but if they were going to go back and do this all over again, start questioning people, they're not going to do it. Just because she doesn't like the way they did their jobs or doesn't think they're doing their job well. Especially for that reason, they're not going to do it.
saw the messages, them trying to get me over there all night long. You know why? Because I was not partying with them for 72 hours. To this day, she continues to state that lie.
Because even if they find nothing and we get the same result, you know what she's going to say? Oh, well, that's the Raymondville PD. What do you expect? They're incompetent. Those detectives don't know what they're doing. They didn't ask the right questions. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. And that's what she's going to say. So this is just a never-ending thing. Never-ending.
To this day. And how can you all say that that doesn't matter? And how can you name me ever the aggressor in this? I've never stated anything like that about that woman. Nothing. That woman has consistently done things towards me to embarrass me and to humiliate me, to torment me, to torture me, to harass me. This is not the same. I'm protected just the way that her son is a protected status. I would like the police, because it can be, this is now bleeding into my crime. It's still an open case. You all know Ariel's still out there, still an open case. If it's still an open case.
That's the only reason it's open. Just because of Ariel. Not because of anything else. It's only open because Ariel is still out there. Once they get her into custody, case closed. She will be dealt with and it's done. So it's not an open case because many things are unresolved. No, it's only open because Ariel is on the run.
Then you can look into Ofelia Moreno again.
Nope.
In a way that you've never done before.
You don't have to.
You should be thinking like law enforcement officers, like true investigators of, wait a minute, hold on. This is kind of bleeding. Why would she say that it happened at this time when it didn't? Why would she say that Vanessa was there and she got hit and beaten and tortured because it was a drug deal gone wrong? When we all know here in the police department that that's not true, not even a little bit. She's going as far as to say that she wants to call Amanda and ask how much money. You all know how much money I owed her. Zero.
I wonder if
that
Ariel.
didn't happen.
I wonder if Ariel watches, or if she knows what's going on with all this. Something tells me she does. Ariel, if you're watching this, if you ever want to call in, you don't have to be on the air or you don't have to be live or whatever. But if you just want to call and straighten anything out, we would love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you. You can contact me through the show, through either of my pages. Just curious.
But most importantly is when she goes to you to complain, when her son goes to her and complain, it's like with the district attorney. Whenever.
Yeah, you're right, Kate. It's like not to get political, but like what they did to Trump. Like, let's find a crime that fits this. And that's what she's trying to do with Ophelia. Let me find something is going to fall into piece here where I can blame Ophelia. That's what she's saying. That's what her mentality is. Let me find the crime. Help me look at all these video clips and send me the clips, and let's find the crime that will fit Ophelia. That is exactly what she's doing.
Evidence was brought to her like, oh my God, that Stars incident should have never happened to Vanessa. And we should be prosecuting these other individuals.
Well, if you weren't high that day, it wouldn't have happened. We've seen the video. You were clearly on something. You're not going to bullshit us and say that you weren't. Absolutely not.
And instead of doing what her job was at that point was to end prosecution on everything regarding that day. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And to pursue charges on those other people that did that to me. She hasn't done any of that. You all, I'm sure, are aware of that. And you all have not done any of that. And it's important because your police department and the district attorney are mandated reporters. You cannot see somebody with that kind of license do that kind of thing to another human. and let it go unreported. That's the same thing that's being done right now. That's like Ofelia Moreno taking her son, or her son going over there and saying, you know, on my own, you know, I want this video taken down, but that I am protecting myself. It was a public post, and completely ignoring the message. Literally, if you all as investigators do not look at the message that's being sent and why that video was created and shared on my page, we're all in trouble in Raymondville. No one's going to get justice. No one. And the bullies will always be there, being able to continue to bully. The harassers will always be there, being able to continue to harass. You're going to be exactly like Annette Hinojosa when she ignored what those people did to me. Which, when the public finds out, they're going to be outraged.
I doubt it.
But you all are going to be exactly the same way if you don't be like, wait a minute, I know that they brought this here for this, but this is really suspicious and very important considering this other hate crime, this other crime against Vanessa, this other violent crime. How did she know? How did she know the posture that Vanessa had in the beginning of the torture if she wasn't part of it? But on top of that, now that you're watching this, how did she know? Why is she still telling people that this thing happened at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the morning when it didn't? It didn't. You all know this. No. 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 And then...
Yeah. That doesn't work. Just saying no. 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 You know what she should do? Show us the police report. She should show the police report. I wonder if we can get a copy of the police report from back then.
And then you all didn't even investigate Frank. That's how you all found out to go rescue me. It was Frank's people watching him that said enough was enough. It was that and the call from the person that was over there watching behind Julissa.
She looks like, what's the dude on Showtime? The serial killer who dismembers? I forgot the guy's name.
Those calls from those people. And for what, 5 years I've been saying that Frank Marr received that video. So why is Ofelia Moreno acting like she didn't go to Miss Painter's house? A lady that is more than willing to give you an affidavit. Yeah, and testify to the fact that when they saw that video, they gasped and wondered if it was happening. And it was in the middle of I was halfway through the torture. And it matters. Because you know what matters more than, it's a higher level crime than a harassment. Is organized violent crime. That's more important than harassment.
Yeah, and that's what and even though I'm telling you, she's pushing hard for that organized crime, RICO, violation of the RICO statute, organized crime, hate crime. Those are the catchphrases she's throwing out there and repeating a lot because she thinks they're going to stick. And they're not going to stick. But you know what? It does something to her. It keeps her going, man. It keeps her going. she's targeted these people enough so hard that she just wants them to go down for something, anything. And she wants it to be that. She's trying to make something up that didn't happen.
It's more important than harassment. It happened in your city. The case is still open. That's more important than harassment. Why are you not putting this violent crime that the case is not closed? And seeing
It's closed.
that she's literally demonstrating behavior that is very suspicious.
No, it's not.
Why would
You got paranoia. Did you guys see the video at No More Cheeski's Lies today? The drug-fueled paranoia. Did you guys see that? If you're not, you better go and watch that. That was real. That's real creepy too.
would she look at that video and say he wasn't supposed to post that? Why did she leave Miss Painter's house calling him, telling him off for not for posting it? That means she knew about it. She knew it was happening. She may have recorded it.
Why didn't the attorneys for her do all this? Because it's bullcrap stuff she just came up with recently.
Screen recorded it herself
How much time we got left?
while she was watching it on part of the live stream.
Less than 20
She may
minutes.
have sent it to him because how else would she know to say he wasn't supposed to share that? This doesn't take Sherlock Holmes to be like, this is suspicious. This is really suspicious. And one more time. Now, if she's hypothetically speaking, if she's utilizing her son, because she said it so many times already, if you keep going on, maybe I can't, but I could take my son in, right? So you're gonna tell me that a harassment, low-level harassment case that she's trying to build against several people, and when she gets desperate, coincidentally, her son goes in, and you all find a nexus, a connection, to be able to then arrest people. You're going to tell me that that crime is more important than a violent hate crime against a protected individual with autism and ADHD? You all saw me when I walked into that room. I didn't know what was going on. It was surreal to me. That crime didn't just happen to a neurotypical person. It happened to an individual with a protected status. But neither the DA nor anybody wants to admit that. But this is the truth. This is no speculation. This is no maybe. This is, Vanessa's on the spectrum. Vanessa has ADHD. Vanessa is a protected individual. She does not have to have a disability check to be protected. The crime that was committed against her, that torture, the organization of that crime, was done to a female that is of a protected disability status. Period. Why is this other stuff that she's trying to make you do, how does that supersede a hateful, violent crime that she may have been involved in? And you
See, now I want to see when did she actually start claiming she had autism? When did that start?
well never ruled her out of. Right? Dude, what do we have here?
Oh man, Taco Bell sounds so good. I know it's
Y'all
crappy,
don't
but
be arguing with people like that. They don't show their I already blocked them. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care about none of that shit. I'm honestly in survival mode. Like, seriously, in survival mode. I'm purging shit that I have not touched in my house for I don't know how long. If I haven't touched it, that means I haven't needed it.
we
You know?
believe it. She hasn't
I'm
touched that kitchen
concentrating
in how
on
long?
myself, my body, my mind, my soul, everything. And I have to take a break from that to go make a living. And then I also have to put these binders together to the U.S. Department of Justice, because everything that I said in this video is fucking pertinent at the federal level. What happened to me shouldn't happen to anybody. But it should especially not happen to somebody who is in a protected status. And that law enforcement...
You know what they're gonna do? Whoops. You know what they're gonna do? Yes, welcome to the Department of Justice. Can we help you? Yes, sir. I have all this evidence in this binder, and I'm a victim of a hate crime. Okay, we'll take those documents. Okay, thank you. Next. That's exactly what's going to happen. That is going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. Bet.
ignores it at every single level. Anybody who has a daughter, a son, but especially a daughter, who has a very similar situation that I have of a neurodivergent status, should be very concerned with the lack of justice. Not just in this whole her trying to get me arrested when it's clear who the harasser is. It's not back and forth. It's not back and forth. It's not. Nothing that I have done is close to anything that she has been doing to this day, still does and says. No. No. Look at what happened. Look at what happened to Vanessa Guillen. A neurotypical soldier.
Oh, God.
Look at the injustice that she got on a military base. Now imagine a civilian woman that on top of that of a protected status. That's unfair. And it's unfair that in small towns and in counties, whether it's corruption or whether it's incompetence, you all are not recognizing the significance of those kind of crimes on those kind of people. And it's scary to see that you all are putting so much effort into prosecuting cases like harassment instead of ruling out people like Ofelia Moreno, who goes on every single day, nearly every day, demonstrating very suspicious behavior.
She goes on, when she does go on, to respond to your accusations. You are the one demonstrating very suspicious behavior, because people on the spectrum don't act like you. People with autism don't behave the way you behave. Go ask any parent, any family member of someone with autism, someone in their family with autism. We can show them all these videos. Do you think she has autism? They're going to go, no.
That needs to be rolled out. Right. And that's all I have to say. I'm not gonna take no video down. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
I'm going to take it down, guys.
I'm not gonna do it. Like I said, if I get arrested for...
Hey, here's something more interesting. I don't know who can see this, but the moon is turning red right now. It's like red-orange. Lunar eclipse is all getting dark. It's getting really dark. The blood moon is happening right now.
finally going to the police and making a police report. I don't even feel comfortable now, even going back. I do not feel comfortable. I don't.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem. And you know what? You call one of your so-called friends, come with me to the police department for moral support. You go to the police department, you file your report. You'll be in and out of there in 5 minutes. Any normal person would have done that already. Why haven't you? She wants things to magically happen. Is there a paper trail? No. The only paper trail is that you calling a million times to the RPD to come and patrol your house extra.
She's basically making it seem like she's y'all's girl and y'all are her bros. No joke. No joke. To the point of, don't call them. Like, don't call my man. And y'all are the police station. How comfortable do you think I feel?
And her
I was
audience,
giving y'all another chance.
her people are there. Oh my goodness, they're messing with her so bad. She's so strong and brave, clutching their pearls. That's what's happening. That's for real.
To help me. I was going to. And now it's scary. And I shouldn't be scared to seek justice, especially when it's obvious who the harasser is. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you. I know this matters to you, Mandy, too, because, I mean, you know, because you love a lot of, you have one of the strongest loves that a person can have for
Yes.
another human being towards individuals whose minds are like mine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
So,
thank you, thank
yeah.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I want the Rainbow Police Department to prioritize a violent hate crime in which it is so obvious that the number one suspect was never ruled out and to this day is demonstrating suspicious behavior regarding that crime. And instead, you all are concentrating on her harassment allegations. And the
Oh, poor you. The attention is not focused on you. It's on somebody else. Pay attention to me.
allegations of her son.
I want to sound like Olivia Soprano, Tony's mom. Oh, poor you.
Which, yes, are important. But the allegations
I
of
should
her
get that
son
clip.
on that
should.
level, compared to torture that I went through, and he's protected and I'm protected too. But that is a non-violent thing and mine's violent. It doesn't matter that this is regarding his mom. It's a small town. You see, things like that make me wonder why, if she was involved, why she felt so comfortable being involved. Right? But I'm not supposed to suspect that she's a snitch. I'm not supposed to suspect that she's an informant, confidential or not. And just wait. She's going to say that this, what I just said, is me calling her something that I didn't call her. And I am counting. And that's why I want everybody to just watch all of this. Because everybody can see my words. They can hear me live. They can go back to my videos. They can see it all. And they can know. If anything happens to me, they're going to know that's not what she said. And how can those police officers interpret it that way? They're going to be able to see that it's one-sided. And it's unfair. Never ruling out the mother of a person who is trying to seek justice, stating and alleging that a couple has harassed him and he is of a protected status is important. But more important than that, that's nonviolent. My crime was violent. I'm a woman, and I'm also of a protected status. And it doesn't matter.
Was
if
she
the
a
mother of
status back then? Did she declare herself a protected status back then? Because when she went live on that video the day after where she's all beat up, oh, I think it was the same day she came out of the hospital. Remember, her face is all bruised up and she's in the car and she's whimpering. I didn't hear her say, did she say it was a hate crime? I didn't hear her say hate crime. In fact, I only started hearing hate crime in recent history. So because you say it now, that doesn't, unless I'm wrong, but that's not retroactive. You can't go back in time and then now call it a hate crime. Anyone can correct me if I'm not correct.
of that person is the person you never ruled out. What matters is you never ruled her out. And to this day, she keeps showing why it's important that you should have ruled her out.
Oh,
I don't know what else to say. All right.
I'm going to add that to the sound effects repertoire.
Reynoso Navarro Baldo says, are you a law-abiding citizen? BITING. I don't bite the law. Like if the law is an apple. Right? It does not matter if I'm here speaking as a felon. You all know that, right?
Mic drop comment right
You
here.
all know that it does not matter if I am here and I'm a known prostitute. I'm a known IV drug user. I'm a known thief. None of that matters. Because when any one of those people...
Wait a minute. Wait. Where's my dude? I know he's here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Ah, wait. Let's go back and hear that for a second.
As a felon, you all know that, right? You all know that it does not matter if I am here and I'm a known prostitute. I'm a known IV drug user. I'm a known thief. None of that matters. Because when any one of those people suffers a violent crime and they are of a protected status, justice in their case matters. They deserve justice just as much as a law-abiding citizen. And yes, you are asking that question to a person that has never been convicted of anything.
That, to me, that sounded a confession of a few things, which she herself listed.
Ever, and will not be. Ever. And Rain also says, it's a figure of speech, love. No, don't be doing that. That sounds like abusive man. You know? It's not a figure of speech to go to the page of a woman who is literally crying out for justice. And for you to insert yourself into the conversation, and let's not even talk about your atrocious spelling, but just the fact that you wanted to be like, let me play devil's advocate here. That is a shitty human being, in my opinion. Love. All right. Okay. Thank y'all so much. And that's it. I'm not doing that. If you all want to help me with any kind of like
4 more minutes.
evidence or anything. It has to be pertinent to me. If you all can find video, like I said, individual in Raymondville, a person who lost her children, and all the things. It's been like 10 different things that she has referred to me as. And it matters. If you're getting mad because somebody is wearing a wizard hat, then I have every right to feel harassed with all of the shit that you've done without saying my name. All right. Thank y'all so much. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Roll her out. Thank you, Emily. Bye. Reynoso says, love, I ask because how do they see you? As a criminal or a good citizen? Why the fuck would I care how people see me? Like I said, even what part of Vanessa was a convicted criminal and she suffered a violent hate crime, it doesn't matter if she's a convicted criminal.
Not a hate
She
crime.
deserves fucking justice.
Not a fucking
Period.
hate crime.
You're trying to create a conversation with me because I've ignored you in other videos, and I'm just about tired of your bullshit. Because every time you see a situation like this, you try to go and weasel your way onto my live video and try to have a conversation with me. And sir, I'm never going to let it happen.
It happened today?
To where you come out looking like a gentleman that you're not.
You conversed with him today, didn't you, though?
Is he still here? Because I'm just waiting. I'm waiting.
Oh, poor you.
I'm waiting. I'm not going to entertain him. I'm going to block him already. I did that because this is not going to be the first and last time. Just like Bob from La Bamba. He's not the first and he's not going to be the last. But all of the ones in the future need to know that's how I'm going to deal with you. That's how I'm going to deal with you. You're not going to look like a funny guy. You're going to look like an asshole. Because you came over here with asshole energy.
Asshole energy.
Anyway. Thank y'all so much. All right. Thank y'all so much. Hi, Vanessa Salazar. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. I'm not taking anything back. I stand by everything that I said. And, yeah, that's it. If I have to reactivate or whatever, you know I'm gonna do that shit.
You
I have
know
shit that I
you're
have
not
to
going to
do.
go nowhere.
Just like last year, I took a 3 or 4 month break. Those are my plans. But I'm not gonna let people continue to try to manipulate. I'm not trying to manipulate anybody. I am bringing up things that matter, especially to my survival. All right? Thank you so much. Bye. Y'all be safe and well. And thank y'all for everything.
I was hoping that'd be a little more interesting because she was not in her car, not in her usual little chair from the 1800s. She was in a different element in her kitchen, somewhere she doesn't visit often. But it's all the same crap anyway. All right, guys, have a great night. Appreciate you being here again to listen to more of this madness. Stop the madness. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. What's Friday or today? Yeah, today is Friday. Technically, it's 2:08 a.m. here in the Central Time Zone. So have a good night, everybody.
en fuego, yo le soy fuego. Le meto el juego y evito que miren feo. Cuando sacate se lo tira, ronroneo. Siempre la uno, dime quién lleva el trofeo. Llegamos a la disco, el lugar está encendido. El calor lo paso yo, pero con la mami te lo bate todo. Tu culo rompe altito, esto pa' los gatitos. Oh, oh, mi fuleteo pide del ático. Ese muñeco viene del Ártico. Ya lo derrito, capa el delito. Y este dembow suena bendito, tremendo flow.
S.A.R. Bandida de mil amores. A lo quien llama, lo siento baby, ando muy ocupada. Y como se ven las cosas, también lo estaré mañana. Ya sabes que soy bandida, ya sabes que soy villana. Pero te gusta lo malo, por eso no dices nada. Nunca había bebido así, no sentí culpa. De nada me arrepentí, me anda llamando. Ya sabe que estoy aquí, siempre al mando. Nacimos para dirigir, me volví la reina del party. Fumando plumas de colores que todos saben a candy. Bailando a ritmo de daddy. Sacando el lado más malvado, pero prefieres los yones que tú quieres. Aunque solo andes viendo bandidos y por mí bajarías todos los cielos y no muerdo. No te me vayas tan lejos, solamente es esta noche, no te tomes nada en serio.
Vamos a romper la pista. Vamos a romper la pista.
Ey, Cori, que lo que. El party se prende cuando llego yo. Todas mis gatas en pose. Tu gatito me vio y se enamoró, pero yo evito el roce. Si vamos pa' la fiesta es porque canto yo. Y después de las 12 me voy pa' la after y todo se encendió. No haga que no me conoce. Tu gata se pone friki. Salgo a la calle si es pa' prender la city. Bebé, yo sé que me veo Ricky. Ey, me dice hello, pero yo no soy su kitty. Salimos a la disco con el flow de friquitona. Bebé, yo soy la gata más bonita de la zona. Tengo unos gatos que si yo lo ordeno accionan. Ey, si no soporta ahí, ¿por qué me menciona?
Shadaisha. Ay, ay, qué dolor de cabeza. Y es que ya me tomé unas cervezas. Trago más trago y me aloqué en la mesa. Dejé toda la casa como un rompecabezas. Me dijeron que me vieron con un toque y que casi les provoco todo un choque. No te compares, bebé, no te equivoques. Que no hay alguien a quien no provoque. En esta vida loca lo aguantaría cualquiera. Shots en la barra, fiesta hasta que me muera. Brindemos con copas, la noche comienza. El ritmo en el aire, olvidamos las penas.
Paul Lewin, baby. Tu güera like a fab. Real G. Hoy yo siento que el viento me dice que después de esto está la habitación. Yo muerto tomando tequila, ellos chilling, amigas sonriendo tú y yo. Y no entiendo por qué vamos lentos, si la noche es corta y me siento fresh. En un party, en un tiroteo, ¿cuál es el pedo, mi amor? Dale flex. Baby, lo siento, solo quiero dinero. Y no entiendes un juego. Yo soy tu mami, fuego. Mami, lista. Me escucha llegar al party y pide 2 tragos más. Con mucha modestia o así dice, no te vi jamás. Me quité la capucha y casi salgo por parar, pero mi ducha exige una mami que no le tema al fire. Y ella es sobrenatural, se ve que le gusta el peligro. Pregunta si esto es real y yo respondo es un milagro. Busca mi lado animal por más de una noche conmigo. Me ve como un criminal susurrando. No quiero testigos. ¿Qué te digo? Dejo a sus amigos porque me prefiere. Y yo nunca la denigro, sé tratar a las mujeres. Me baila perra al antiguo, sabe cómo dar placeres. Mientras descubre su ombligo y pide que haga los deberes. Que la encuero, la cuere, no importa que pase primero. Y que desde hace unos ayeres que quiere probar mi cuero. Ese culo me da poderes, tesoro en el cochinero. Ni siquiera sé quién eres y ya siento que te quiero. Que te quiero, quiero. Una noche que dure hasta que el rap caduque. Si es que antes no muero. Te requiero, quiero. Que ponches de lo que consumes para que me apure a hacerte lo que quiero. Que te quiero. Una noche que dure hasta que duque el que atrás tuyo anda de ramero. Te requiero. Usar dolce que tú seas a quien puse que use una foli de ella.